Any good hits in my deck are there for this? Absorbing Man's a good hit. That's it. I guess I don't have anything super exciting to play this into, though. Yes. We'll probably play some Stature Black Bolt from the best deck video today. We already played a bunch of the Elsa movers, so I don't know that we're going to play some more of that, because I do need to farm back up YouTube backlog content at this point. Our deck does not play for negative zone well. I suppose Brood in tandem with Surfer is our best way to interface there. This could be Blue Marvel. It could also be Doctor Doom. It could also be Cosmo. Nice. I feel like I want to snap on that one. Especially with them playing a Brood there. We could lose to like a Super Scroll, I suppose. Sometimes Patriot decks play those. What's going on, Chazzy Diamonds? Thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I'm going to do this, and then we'll close on Iron Man, Mr. Sinister, and some combination of these paths. Because the Mr. Sinister will be 8-10. This is another 2 plus the double.
Wind, aid my hand.
Close on Cosmo. I don't really expect my opponent to be playing something like Rogue. I think that's unlikely. They just leave it. Yeah. I guess we could play around it because we have priority anyways. Maybe the proper close here, thinking on it, is Cosmo right just to protect this just in case, then like Forge Mr. Sinister middle. Because Forge Mr. Sinister middle is gonna be what, 12, 14 on this, plus another 3. Yeah, it's definitely the line. I think we could put a lot of stats in, but I think protecting this from something strange happening is probably ideal. Now we have Brood. Can we draw one of our 3 cheaper cards next turn? Get to fill the raft up. Never lucky. Right on time, Forge. Welcome to the party. I'll snap before the Brood flips up. I think it's pretty unlikely that they fill the raft this turn. And I think I have to Brood this turn because I think there's a good chance they fill the raft next turn. So if I Brood this turn, we can then play for priority into it the following turn. That's fine. I wouldn't really have had a window to play that anyways. This Iron Lad has 3 really solid hits, and then obviously Mr. Sinister's mediocre. I could also actually just put more 3-drops into play, though. Classic. Classic Raft. At least the Iron Lad hit was good. Yeah, sometimes these decks play Rogue, but not always. Got a Cosmo right to block Valk. Maybe I could also just like Iron Man here, right?
I am Iron Man.
Can do this. This gives me 8, 10, 22 here. We must be losing the left, huh? They didn't play for the right at all and they stayed.
I am Iron Man.
Mystique there. So, yes, but also no. They must not have realized how this interaction works. They must be new to playing the deck. So, they played this, and then on the last turn, they played Iron Man into Mystique. However, Mystique looks at the card under Invisible Woman as your previously played card. So if you want Mystique under Invisible Woman to copy your last played card on turn 6, it needs to be the first card under IW. Would that have even won the game though? No, it wouldn't have, right? It would have only been this. I guess they just weren't counting on us being able to put more stats into here, huh? Yeah, it would have beaten us not Patrioting or not Surfer. Surfer also. Oh, I guess they beat Surfer, right? Because they went second. It was exactly Patriot that beat them. Or another ongoing Blue Marvel would have gotten them too. Did you hear back on the Lockjaw Lady Sif era direction? Yeah, the second dinner person I reached out to said that was interesting and surprising and they were going to look into it. Not a hard yes, this shouldn't happen, or no, this shouldn't happen, or yes, it should. Wouldn't they have gone to 40 with the right ordering? Well, they couldn't order different Gap, right? Because they were only able to play those other 2 cards because they had the reduced cost from Ravona. What was the interaction? So yesterday we had this really weird, funny game where we lockjawed a Lady Sif, and then we redrew her the following turn when we didn't have priority, and then we played her back out, and Arrow moved her while she was still face down, because technically it was the last played card on the previous turn, but now it was face down. Snap on the Patriot right here. Monster Island's not bad for us either. I'm a savant, chat. Worship me. So as much as I would like to prevent Part of me thinks I should just Cosmo here to play around any interactive shenanigans. And also a chance Dry Fit here is a play left bot though, so I'm not sure that it matters. Yeah, basically all solid hits here. We'll play the Iron Line. Chavez is certainly the worst of them, because I gotta try and figure out how do I fit Chavez in on curve here.
Opponent snapped.
This was a I'm winning on 2 locations, now I snap you play. Yep. Yep.
I am.
Morning, Socio.
Victory.
Can you repeat what you said about the order on Valve, Mystique, and Visible bit of the order last game? Yeah, if you want Mystique to copy a card you played on the last turn while under Invisible Woman, she needs to be the first card under Invisible Woman. So if Mystique is like your second card under Invisible Woman like we had in the last game, she tries to copy the first card you played under Invisible Woman, not the last card you played on turn 6. The classic snap retreat. That was almost assuredly an AI. Which, honestly, those AI matches are some of the most confusing for me in how Marvel's Snap system works. Like a lot of other games that use bots on the ladder, they use them as like a pick-me-up, feel-good, or queue time shortening thing. But like, I won 2 games in a row against humans, and then it instantly queued me into a bot with no wait time for my 3rd game. Like, I think that shouldn't happen. Like, if you have someone that's on a winning streak and they're beating actual human beings, there's no reason to, like, give them a bot. They don't need the pick-me-up. They're doing well for the day. Unless the queue time's about to be absurd, you should continue pairing someone who's winning into actual people. Give the extra bot pumping cubes to people that are having a bad day. Morning, Becky. My experience is give you about like every 5 to 7 games, sure, and I think that's a bad system though, like I'm articulating. So, part of me wants to save a slot and kiln for Doctor Doom. However, another part of me knows a Hood deck is likely to be an Annihilus deck, so I think I just need to fill here proactively. This is a very bad location for us. We do not go tall well. That's an unfortunate flip up for us because otherwise Absorbing Man would have been stellar after this brood. Sebastian Shawless is still the same. I'm not sure what you're asking, Becky. I cover the popular Sebastian Shaw list in my best decks video breakdown today. Note, I don't personally have a particularly strong opinion on any Shaw lists. Card seems like a solid C, C+, maybe B- on a good day. Might get tall enough with Citadel, maybe. Yeah, they're obviously a Darkhawk deck, right? Okay, I think I still play for this. Problem is I could get rogued here. Or I can't. Yeah, that's a perfect draw, right? Oh wait, I should Cosmo and then Surfer, because Cosmo's a 3, right? And then Silver Surfer here, pumping the Broodlings on the right, will take the Throne Room bonus away from the Annihilus, which is perfect here.
Victory.
Clears throat. Order! Order in the court! Is there a Marvel Snap like judge or Marvel judge style character that I could do an order emote for? Who would be like banging a gavel and screaming order? Marvel nerds, tell me. Vlad, thank you for the 19 months. Welcome back. Living Tribunal, Renslayer. Living Tribunal and Renslayer are both good shouts. Is Renslayer actually holding a gavel? She-Hulk's not a lawyer, right? She's a... Or She-Hulk's not a judge, she's a lawyer. Which are a little different. Renslayer does have a gavel. Okay, I actually just reached out to my emote artist to commission an Infinite Hello emote. So, a Renslayer order emote. Probably very reasonable.
Enough said, bub.
Is this a retreat? I mean, they haven't snapped me. So they might bait me into staying here. I don't know, I have an okay curve here, right? Oh, they copied their Venom. I missed that they copied the Venom. Because Marvel Snap doesn't have an action log or show me the cards in their hand and we were talking about emotes. Yeah, with the copied Venom, we're probably dead.
Escaped.
All right, hold on. I need to send a card picture of Ravona to my emote artist here so they can. Oh, she doesn't have a hammer. She has like a cane. Is Living Tribunal more appropriate? I want an order emote, I think, and I want it to be a Marvel character. Do we think Ravona or Tribunal? I think Tribunal may be more appropriate. Yeah, it's a pruning stick, right? Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, flavor. The tribunal literally judges people in the comics. Okay, cool. So honestly, with the absorbing man draw, one, I think we're stepping, but two, I think, especially with the great one, I just get to go like brood into the middle and then absorbing man into the left, right? And our hand's pretty well set up here. That's actually deeply problematic for us. I think I'm actually skipping a draw. This is the point in the game where if my opponent made this play, chat would be calling them a bot. So this is just a reminder that sometimes you don't know what your opponent is doing when they make a play. What's the benefit of skipping the draw? I can absorbing man my brood. If I play the Widow's Bite out last turn, I either have to give up Forge on my brood or I have to give up absorbing man on my brood. Neither of which is ideal. They're leaving. Okay.
Victory.
What a sweet game, right? Where the right play was like skip an extra draw. I think, despite Iron Man obviously being good at the Stark Tower, we're already ahead here. I think if they don't leave, it's like Iron Man here to give myself the flexibility to like go Cosmo Mr. Sinister or like peel another good ongoing. I think the meta seems pretty sweet though, and I agree. The best text video has a bunch of great things laid out in it, and really, the amount that they like tapped out all of the top performing decks while leaving them still playable and gave a lot of breather room to a lot of other things feels really reasonable. Ewok Slayer, thank you for the 44 months. And what else feels pretty reasonable, chat? These 2 minutes of adverts. Enjoy. Nobody can be truly sweet without Mr. Negative. There are a couple of Mr. Negative decks that we're doing okay. Not best decks video okay, but okay enough. If you're watching on the YouTube side, consider tapping the like button. 123 viewers there, only 30 like button pressers. You can find that button, I believe in you. Is this like 100% inked in gold? I think it is. You are most reasonable the way you do your ads. Thanks, I try. Murder Face, thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Someone in Harry's stream said they needed to get rid of Iceman because it hit Harry's Phoenix Force multiple times. You know, it's funny. It makes me long for the early days of Marvel Snap when people thought Iceman and Scorpion were the most offensive cards in the game. Like, no joke. You go back to Marvel Snap's release and Iceman and Scorpion were some of the most complained about cards. You think Second Dinner is going to touch Shuri decks in the near future? I hope not, but it seems like your best decks videos constantly feature Shuri. So, they definitely have Shuri on their radar. Because, like, we've seen them tap down Shuri a point and tap down Sora at a point. And every time they've done that, they've talked about how she's constantly towards the top and occasionally flirts across their balance thresholds. But I would honestly be surprised if they ever did anything major to Shuri, because one, no one really complains about the card, and two, it's just not that popular. I also think having a deck that's good like Shuri, that's relatively straightforward to play, and that doesn't really need any Series 4 or 5 cards is really good for the game to have. We need a double Iceman to go along with Rock Slide. I think a double Iceman card would probably be offensive. No cap. Noise? Noise? It's like a relatively even trade, all things considered. We come out a little bit ahead, obviously.
Snap.
Yeah, that'd be a good little button presser here. That's a biggin. Honestly, I think I'm playing Mr. Sinister rather than Brood because I don't know that I have space to Brood twice. I guess this is worse with a Surfer draw, but... Man, with the Surfer draw, am I brooding middle? I think so. I think it's Brood, and then we'll play a 5 or an Iron Lad next turn, and then we'll go double 3 on the last turn. Oh, they just doubled their 20 power thing. Oh, come on. That's frustrating. I guess we're dead now. I really needed Iron Man or Blue Marvel here. Honestly, the Blue Marvel might not have even done it. Does Patriot Surfer still win? I don't think so. Because Surfer's not putting anything into here, right? Or here, it's only buffing the center.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Always mute people that rope you and then snap. High probability they will end up BMing you if you don't. Why not? Why not save us all a little bit of time? I'm like thinking about how we might stay. If you're gonna press the button anyways, just like press it to start and let me leave. Too tall. Thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. They beeped and they booped, shit. They beeped and they booped. They booped and they beeped, they beeped and they booped. Bibbity bobbity bibbity boo. Bibbity bobbity bibbity boo. Bibbity bobbity bibbity boo.
Snap.
That's actually a good shout of the fact that they have a bot with turf in its name. I'm gonna point that one out to Second Dinner. We could die here, gamers. Alright, don't kill me, bot.
Victory.
I'm relatively confident this has to be a bot, because there's collection level based matchmaking pre-infinite. So based on the combination of cards here, I don't think a human playing these cards would likely be in my MMR pool. Yeah, the Iron Fist left into Forge. Almost assuredly an AI. ZXCV, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Just as a general reminder, because this always happens when we're talking back and forth about a bot, someone points out that a name is on the bot list, like that's some type of certainty. Chat, you know how you know that there's a bot list that the community maintains? Are you also aware that you could go into here and you could click player name and change your name once every 30 days? And other human beings regularly pull up that bot list and change their name to match the bot list to try and juke you? So just please, I implore you, think. Usernames in Marvel Snap are not unique. What did we America Chavez? We may never know. We actually will never know because they just shuffle our deck. Rip. Oh, we drew it anyways. Good beat. Good beat. I have a different Surfer Patriot list that tentatively tries out Shaw, but I don't think it's as straightforward as simply taking this deck list and putting Shaw into it. I think that sounds quite bad. Does the update to Phoenix Force make it more viable or interesting? I don't think so. I think Phoenix Force's problem, by and large, is simply the fact that it sucks shit against tech cards, and not the fact that it couldn't move more multiple men around. I think Phoenix Force has some matchups that are like polarized in its favor, but that's about it. Guess I could get like Enchantress here. I think I limp into this game.
us all.
Oh, Miss Marvel. Yeah, GG. My gosh, if they lost that 25%er. I think we played Phoenix Force the other day, but just to rehash it, I think the core problem with Phoenix Force is that doing your thing is really inconsistent. And even in the small amount of games where you successfully do your thing, the thing you're doing isn't good enough to actually win the game against most good decks because of how weak it is to tech cards. So like when your payoff is that difficult to achieve, you need it to be more resilient when it actually comes together.
Victory.
If you checked the pinned comment under my Spotlight Cash review video, like I talked about in the video, as changes happen to the Spotlight Cash data mines, I will update the pinned comment below it with my thoughts on how that impacts the ratings of the weeks. Of all the locations in Marvel Snap, these are 3 of them.
Oh, snap.
Classic, this is bad for me, worse for them type locations.
Victory.
Hey, ZX, I'm happy to refund that to you if you would like, but we are not doing viewer deck submissions today. They went okay yesterday, but I both want to play the latter where viewer deck submissions are something I'm not doing, and I want to have a deep pool of decks of my own that I want to play. We largely did viewer deck submissions yesterday because I wanted to play Conquest anyways, so I don't like feature locations. I think calling Chavez a worse Forge is one of the most consistently silly takes I've read post-Chavez change for the last day. It stems from the constant need of card game players to make strictly better, strictly worse comparisons of cards that are just different from each other. Forge is a card that's it's easier to have direct synergies with and puts your power on the board right away. Whereas Chavez is just a good rate card, a 2/5 essentially, that also allows you to conceal how much power output you're going to have in your hand until an ideal moment comes up. Is Chavez necessarily a better or worse card than Forge? No, she's just kind of a different card than Forge. You know, I know they both say +2 on them, so it's hard for gamers to like have nuance, but really, stop making strictly better, strictly worse comparisons between things. Rippin' Beast, thank you for the 33 buttons. I think new Chavez has very typical, what I like to refer to as playable card syndrome. And what I mean by playable card syndrome is many Marvel Snap gamers, if a card isn't literally Loki or Elsa or High Evolutionary on release, warping the entire metagame around them, the card might as well be unplayable trash. I think solid B or B plus cards like New Chavez that are bread and butter, can go into a lot of things and be reasonable is the level they should be shooting for a lot of the time. And I think she's a fine card.
Opponent snapped.
That's a fucking huge brood, good God.
Clear for takeoff.
Good snap from the opponent here. Eve, we have died. I don't think 14's enough to win the middle.
Escaped.
Yeah, it's funny. That's actually exactly what we were talking about with Chavez concealing her information, right? I want to brood here in case this is Dark Dimension. And then we'll absorb Big Man left. There's also an AI, so doesn't really matter. I think they should make Chavez reveal to you what your next card is. I don't know that she needs that. That would be a buff. I don't know that she necessarily needs a buff. For the love of God, card gamers, I don't know how many times I can say stop saying strictly better, strictly worse while people continue to do it in chat, but please, for the love of God, consider it. Dire. You're about to lose 4 cubes to a bot, gamers. Sometimes lucky, rubber ducky.
Victory.
Hey, welcome back, Retro. Good morning, good morning. Murder Face, thank you for the almost 3 years, by the way. Appreciate that. Plaid, I missed your sword request. I got you. Thanks for the 19. Zergan Iron Ray replacement. 6,000 collector's tokens. Or later this month, the Spotlight Cash.
Opponent snapped.
I'll leave. I get the extra card from Abby. I also think our deck's probably not that good against the Leech Infinite deck. Or let we go tall enough in a lane. Dr. Doom to get into here. Mindscape complicates things. Blue Marvel.
I am Iron Man.
Victory.
Bop, dip dop, my doom bots. Really love these doom bots. Whipping up some doom. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's doom left to put 22 into here. That's probably the line.
Wind, aid my
That's it.
hand.
Opponent snapped.
They have Brood or Doom here. This is pretty okay for us. Ugh. Where do you think they Annihilus? They Annihilus mid or they Annihilus left? They already snapped, so I can stay and flip it. I think they play for all three. Oh, I think there's a chance they play for center. Yeah, it's obviously just a flip. I'm only partially waiting in case there's a spooky ghost. Not a spooky ghost. We lost the quick flip. Yeah, I would have expected them to press their advantage in the center, assuming they were locking up here.
Escaped.
They might have also just assumed. They might have also just assumed that that I just couldn't beat them here because of the forge. Maybe a good assumption. Very annoyed with the number of prominent staff creators taking sponsorships from Parallel. The game is a blatant crypto hook with the most predatory monetization I've seen. It scales the play rewards off of how much of your deck is NFT cards. And after every single game, it shows you how much you aren't getting because you didn't buy their crypto. Yeah, all I have to say is about the people that are taking crypto sponsorships. Parallel is a full-on NFT crypto digital card game that a number of prominent TCG creators are taking a fat payday from to shill/grift their audience with. And all I have to say is, if you're someone like myself who is, you know, doesn't care for the NFT space for a variety of very good reasons, you know, speak with your wallet. When someone tells you who they are, listen. Take your view and your sub and whatever else somewhere else. And if you're someone that's thinking, Jeff, what's wrong with NFTs and cryptocurrency? I'm not familiar. This documentary is very long, but it is very much worth watching. The Line Goes Up by Dan Olson talks explicitly about NFT and NFT games, among a variety of other things. If you are not informed, there is your opportunity to get informed. With nowhere in the center and the Absorbing Man drawn, I think it's just like Brood one side, AM the other. It's the name of the original Doombot song you're singing. Okay, well, before I tell you that the Doombot song is a Hanson parody, I'm gonna stand up because my back fucking hurts. Just so we're clear. Alright, I think it's still just this despite the wave. I just turned to dust. Ooh. All right, so we Blarval and then Silver Surfer means I don't die to Galactus on the right. The question is, can we still win the game? Thank you for highlighting the Craven Disruption deck. I haven't had so much fun or success with the deck in a long time. Yeah, that one's in my deck editor. We're hopefully going to try it on stream at some point today. And you're thinking, Craven Disruption, Jeff? I don't want to wait to figure out what that is. Check out the best decks video from today. And then, unfortunately, because the Galactus deck is also just a Toxic Prison deck, we're just dead here.
Escaped.
Escaped feels like such an apt summary of what's going on when you leave a Professor X matchup. For the Ant promo, to claim your free sub, you can DM me on Twitch, Discord, Twitter, email, whatever's easiest for you. I missed that. What we're afraid of that made us retreat. Well, I could only get to 8 points of power on the right, Joni, and I was guaranteed to be losing the center. So I lost to any large card on the right side of the board. The Ant promo is running until until Tuesday. Ezekiel is one of our AI overlords here. Yeah, it does not take a super long time to participate in the Ant Legion promo. You want an easy way to support my content and also get a little something for yourself with a free sub gift to the channel, either immediately or down the line if you already have one. Check them out. Yeah, I do still have a Manscaped promo. We're actually gonna be doing some more streams promoting their stuff next week. Their products are lovely. This is Sinister into Surfer. Oh, I guess that's bad for us. It tricks my bonus. I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. That does trick my bonus. No snap. After the era, I'm a little afraid to die.
Doom rules all.
A-okay, Drix! Thanks for the 2/3 of the year. I appreciate that. Welcome back.